everyone. I've got an Easter story for you. So, here it is. You know, Jesus Christ had a brother. His name was James. And they actually grew up in the same house together. James was skeptical of his brother. He didn't believe in who Jesus said he was. James didn't believe in Jesus' teachings. And in fact, even when Jesus was getting crucified for what he believed in, James didn't want anything to do with it. He watched on as his mother had to watch her child die in such a gruesome way. You know the story. All while at the same time tarnishing the family name. But something happened 3 days after Jesus' last breath. Scripture says he then appeared to James. In a flash, James's life was radically transformed. His eyes were opened. It was in that moment that James saw God's light for the very first time, even though God's light was staring him dead in the face his whole life. James had made a conscious decision throughout his whole life not to believe in Jesus. James didn't believe in anything his brother was ranting and raving about, and then in one moment, James had no choice but to believe. He saw too much. James then went on to become the leader of the church in Jerusalem. He wrote a book of the Bible, got the nickname James the Just. James grew up with Jesus in the same house and still didn't believe in him. So why do we get discouraged when we start to doubt our own faith in him? Don't let doubt steer you away from your pursuits. Your pursuits in anything. Remain steadfast and do not waver, because it's often in times of doubt where God can move in the biggest ways. God's light shines always. His presence is always with us. We can choose to deny it or remain skeptical of it, but regardless, it's still there. Once acknowledged, once you see that light, there's no going back, because it's too good. Happy Easter season to everyone.